We'll be trying out some sign writing today with the AlphaAkrylic acrylic sign writing paint. Now, enamel is obviously the go-to. I've never used acrylic before, so let's give it a crack, see what happens. Right, so I have already done the white bit, and I did record this bit. I don't know whether I'm going to put it in the video or not because I had the music playing, so I can't bloody post it without copyright issues, which is really frustrating. But so far, it covers like shit, if I'm honest. It's nothing like acrylic, nothing like enamel paint. So it spreads really thinly. So I'm struggling to think how it's going to come out. You can see it's all wobbly and bubbly and shitty and horrible because it just had to go on so thick. So that's no good for that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because it's white. I reckon possibly the black AlphaAkrylic paint might be a bit better. I mean, does it say anything on here about it? Use on canvas, paper, fabric, wood, plaster, masonry, paper mache, and most non-slick surfaces. Well, this is Bear Alley, so that could be half the problem. But this is dry now, so let's give it a crack, eh? I think what I'm going to do is probably remask up this a bit lower because I'm basically going to do a drop shadow in the black. I want a nice crispy line at the end. I did fuck up a little bit on this because a customer turned up for a quote on a job whilst I was bloody just after I'd finished it. So when I pulled the tape, by the time I come back in and pulled the tape off, it was bloody dry. So it pulled all the edges off. It's quite hard to use this brush actually. This could be interesting. Right, I'm going to start over here on the G. This is not a good time to be getting the shakes. Nah, that's not going to work. Looks like shit at the moment. Not going to lie. I feel a strop coming on. I might have a ding dong in a minute. This is all going to shit. You just can't use this brush or this. Look, as soon as you try to run a line, it goes fucking transparent. It's just horseshit. Absolutely horseshit. Disappointed. I thought this paint was going to be better. I mean, bar the fact I've got fucking shakes. And I keep fucking up. Actually, the paint is shit. It may have its purpose, but it is not. It was at this point that my microphone battery ran out, so time for a voiceover. Basically, long story short, the AlphaAkrylic sign writing paint is very transparent. It doesn't lay very nice. It doesn't lay like enamel. I wasn't expecting it to, but it was just so transparent, and the amount of times I had to go over bits and it just looked patchy, uneven, wobbly. It's no good. So I've given me acrylic paint pens a go at this point. I've given up with the paint. I'm going with the acrylic paint pens. Now they are also a little bit streaky, as they're a bit like, it's a bit like using a felt tip pen, to be honest. This is it, halfway through. You can see it's slightly streaky, especially on the yellow. But for things like fine line, what I'm doing here, they're bloody brilliant. Now, if you want a set of these, they are on, if you go on Gunslinger Speed Shop TikTok page and go on my showcase, you will find them, acrylic paint markers. They're bloody good, and this is kind of what I was going for. There was a bit of a doodle, there was no plan, I was just making it up as I went along, so I didn't really know what was going to come out of it. But for a little doodle before I went home after work, not bad. I mean, the paint side of it isn't brilliant, the pen is a lot better, but that's that.